Prepare the cup like a glass of wine.
Wow. For Italians, coffee is espresso. That's all they have. Pepe's the barista here. Thanks, Pepe.
You're welcome, my friend.
Good morning from Florence. It is one of those wet spring days and I haven't yet had a coffee. That's so I can take you to several different coffee shops today, show you how to order a coffee and what are the different coffee types you can expect to find when you visit Italy. And stick with me because at the end of the video, I'm gonna be walking through all those other fancy coffee types and whether or not if you can even find those here. But enough of that, let's go get a coffee. This country has a weird coffee culture. They claim they invented it and they know what's best for you and how you should drink it. I don't always agree with all their rules. Italians drink at least 3 coffees a day at breakfast, after lunch, and after dinner. See that spot right there? That's Le Menagere. That's the first stop of today and I need a coffee. Let's get it. Now people are mostly ordering cappuccinos right now and rightly so. Italians typically drink cappuccinos only in the morning. An Italian who orders a cappuccino after 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock will get a strange look. Foreigners, well, they can get away with it. Typically, the Italian will have their cappuccino with a brioche, a cornetto, and that's it. That's their breakfast. That's because there's this long-held belief by Italians that milk-based drinks are so heavy that they're a meal itself and that you don't dare have one after having lunch or after having dinner. It would completely ruin your ability to digest it and just ruin the whole experience. Look at that. It's beautiful. Now, any other time of day, people drink espresso style coffees, and rather than being had with dinner or with lunch, they have it after because it's just a shot of coffee. And that gives you an energy kick after you've finished eating. At night, after dinner, or sometimes after lunch, people will add a touch of alcohol to their espresso, or a shot of alcohol will be brought out with the espresso, and that's what's called a caffè corretto, to balance the effect so you're not too alert. I love this place. It's so beautiful inside here. In fact, you might see right over there flashes going off. They're using it for a photo shoot. But I gotta finish this up and get out of here onto the next spot.
That's it.
Let's talk about the coffee types because what I had there was a cappuccino. Your standard cappuccino. Here they bring it out in that small glass. It only comes in that size. The other type of cappuccino you can get is a cappuccino scuro. And basically that's a cappuccino but with less milk and they put a little bit extra water in there to make up the difference. Caffè espresso, what they simply call here as caffè. It's an espresso. You have to keep in mind for Italians, coffee is espresso. That's all they have, espresso. If you want an espresso, walk into a bar and say, vorrei un caffè, per favore, and you're gonna get an espresso. The other thing, well, hold on, we're almost to the next place. This is it right here, Caffè Gilli, the oldest coffee bar in Florence, around 270 years old. That's older than the United States. Keep in mind, at some coffee bars, you need to pay at the cash register first, so look to see what the people are doing inside. Some, you just order the coffee, then pay. In this place, we need to get a receipt from the cash register here, and then we go over there and order our coffee. Posso avere un caffè macchiato?
Al bar?
Sì.
1,30. Grazie.
Grazie. Got the ticket ready to order. Caffè macchiato. Grazie. So I'm getting some new subscribers right now. Guys, bye. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Yes, of course.
I just gave me a little shot of chocolate. E cioccolata. Now what I have here is a caffè macchiato. It's simply a coffee that's been marked with milk. Caffè macchiato. Macchiato means marked. Pepe's the barista here. Thanks, Pepe.
You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Grande. This is the oldest coffee shop here. You have to come here in Florence if you're in Florence. There are a few different other coffees you need to know about. Caffè latte, what Americans simply call a latte, but don't order a latte. If you order a latte, you just get a glass of milk. The other coffees that you want to think about is the caffè ristretto. That's an espresso that's just a little bit of espresso, so a little bit shorter of a pull than they would typically do for normal caffè espresso. The other type is the caffè lungo. That's where they let it go a little bit longer, a little bit something more than espresso. You get a caffè lungo. Che cos'è americano? Un caffè americano.
Americano è un caffè grande.
What he points out here is that a caffè americano will come with an espresso shot in a normal kind of cappuccino cup, and then you get your hot, steamy water in the pitcher on the side. You mix the two, you make a longer coffee. What the Italians think of when the Americans drink coffee, it's a big, long, watered down espresso. Ciao, Pepe. Ciao. Now, many big cities expect to pay first at the cash register, get that ticket, then go up to the counter. But look around to see what the others are doing. Like I said, some places in smaller cities, you just pay after you drink the coffee. Now let's talk about how you pronounce and how you order a coffee. You can go up to the counter and simply say cappuccino. But if you want to add to it, you can go un cappuccino per favore. And my accent is terrible even after all these years. And if you want to add further to that, you could say I would like. So that is vorrei un cappuccino per favore, or vorrei un caffè. And keep in mind there's an accent on the end there, caffè. Ah, the sun is trying to come out, and look, just in time, so we're getting the view. Check it out here. This is Ponte Vecchio. Now I'm excited about this next place I'm taking you to. It's just right over here. To give you an idea, we're heading from the north side of Firenze, Florence, over to the south side, crossing this river, the River Arno. The north side, that's the central side of Florence, where the Duomo is. On the south side, well, that's the cool part. That's where I live, and that's where this next place is. We've gone from the oldest coffee shop, and this is the newest coffee shop, just opened today. Francesco! This guy's the co-owner. Right there, Francesco. When did this place open?
A few hours ago.
A few hours ago.
Coffee you want? Tell me.
I don't know. You pick for me. See, here they have all sorts of coffee beans, so this guy goes to the places, finds the coffee beans. I'm gonna go with a single origin from Costa Rica.
Yeah. Enjoy. Stir the cup like a glass of wine.
Wow. Yeah.
Then smell it. You can capture all the aroma.
Ciao tutti, ciao, ciao. Oh, that was great. Good coffee there at that place. Keep in mind, if you see a list of prices behind the counter, those prices will typically be if you're drinking at the counter. Now, if you sit down at a table in bigger cities, or if you're in front of the Duomo, expect to pay more. The prices can go up quite a bit. There I didn't pay anything. It's their grand opening. Francesco offered me that coffee. Prices will typically be around €1 for a caffè espresso or €1.50 for a cappuccino. If you sit down at some of these bigger places within the city, you can pay $3.50, $4.50 for a cappuccino or an espresso. Be careful, because some places might try to rip you off as a tourist. A few final thoughts. Coffee in Italy is a one-size-fits-all situation. They don't do small, mediums, or large. Maybe at the airports, at the train station, but most bars, most coffee shops don't do that. So don't go in there and ask for a venti, because the barista will have no idea what you're talking about. Until recently in Italy, you couldn't get a takeaway coffee. That only became a thing during the pandemic. And so now in many places you do see paper cups, like over there at Ditta Artigianali. I noticed they had some as well, but don't expect that. The coffee experience is to sit down there at the coffee shop or stand at the counter and drink your coffee and just take it all in. If you're liking this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you aren't a subscriber already, because I'm going to be putting out much more content like this video here. Now let's talk about those fancy drinks like flat whites, like Gibraltars. Have you ever had a Gibraltar? Drop some comments down below, and also let me know your favorite type of coffee drink in the comment section down below. Forget about having those here. In a place like Ditta Artigianali, they will offer those, but you don't go to Italy and expect to drink some California wine and have a cheeseburger. No, no, no. So come here to Italy and enjoy the Italian coffee experience.